Downingtown Middle School students and staff. Today, we are going to be covering lockdown and evacuation procedures here at Downingtown Middle School. We're going to talk about 3 locations in general: the classroom, the library, and the cafeteria. Please pay attention.
Nobody is to enter the building except through the main entrance. So if you ever see anybody at an exit or one of the side doors, never let them in. They have to come in through the front. Thank you.
Lockdowns at Downingtown Middle School are initiated in one of 2 ways. The first way would be an announcement over the PA system that would initiate a lockdown and put us into a lockdown. The second way is a teacher-initiated lockdown. So as a student, you will either hear an announcement over the PA system or you will listen for adult direction that puts us into a lockdown.
As we are studying a unit on the Winter Olympics this year, we have a voiceover commercial that's talking about what's going on at the Winter Olympics in Spanish. These are some of the questions that I would like you to...
Please pardon this interruption. At this time, we are entering into a lockdown.
Students, you need to barricade against this wall away from the windows, please. Mr. Wright, can I have your help assisting with this table? Everyone, please remain silent.
As a quick debrief for the lockdown scenario, once the lockdown is announced, Mrs. TV, as the classroom teacher, took charge. Mr. Wright, who was playing the role of the student, followed the directions of the teacher, which included moving to a wall that is on the same side as where the classroom door would be, and then sitting down. From there, had we continued the drill, you would have remained silent until further instructions.
And students, please remember, don't panic. Your teachers are going to be your guides and will let you know what to do. And even when we're doing this as a drill, please take it seriously.
In the event of a lockdown in the cafeteria, here's how things would work. One of the cafeteria supervisors would get onto the microphone and announce that we are going into a lockdown in the cafeteria. At that time, another one of the adults on duty will close the cafeteria doors, which are already locked. At that time, our supervisor, who is on the microphone, will tell you one of 2 things. 1, we will line up on the side wall, the same side as the doors, which is the same as we would do in a classroom. We would have you seated as best as possible against the wall and remaining as quiet as possible. The second scenario would be in the event of an actual emergency and not for a drill necessarily. The person over the microphone would then announce that we are going to go into the cafeteria line area, which currently is behind the 2 gray garage doors. The important thing is this: at the time of a drill or a real situation, we need you to pay very close attention to the announcements being given from the microphone in the cafeteria. This will be more important than anything happening over the PA system because it's very hard to hear in the cafeteria.
Boys and girls, can I please have your attention? We are entering a lockdown. At this time, Mr. Smith, please shut the doors. Boys and girls, I need you to quietly in single file, please line up along the wall here and wait for further directions. Once again, we are entering a lockdown. Thank you.
In the event of a lockdown in the library, there are multiple scenarios for where the location for the lockdown would take place. It's important, once again, as you've heard throughout the video here, to listen very carefully to either your teacher direction or to the direction over the PA system. The 3 options in the library for a lockdown would include moving behind the whiteboards to the very back of the library where the book stacks are, potentially moving to the front of the library where we have the front room that's located off the library, or potentially moving into the health room, which is adjacent to the library as well. Once again, depending on the scenario, you need to listen to the PA system and the directions from the adults in the library. We've now covered all scenarios involving a lockdown protocol. In the event that we decide to evacuate the building, it's critically important that you once again listen to the directions on the PA announcements and, more importantly, listen to your specific teacher directions. Quiet is key. Single file and staying as close together as possible is going to keep us safe. It's going to let us move faster.
The main point we're trying to make with all of these drills, you got to listen. So as quiet as you can be and listen, especially in the event of an evacuation, because you'll be getting very clear directions on the location you're supposed to go. So you and your teachers need to really be listening for the PA announcement telling you where to go.